So much for joining us tonight. We will be having an all-star lineup here with Mr. Don Jorgensen, Mr. Jason Brown, Spence Clausen, John Washenko, and I don't know if I'd put my name on the all-star list, but I'm with you as well. My name is Skylar Whitman. I am one of the co-founders of Worth Unlimited. Listen, we're excited to be with you tonight. There's a couple of things that we're going to go over tonight that if you've joined us before, some of it will be repeat, but some of this will be brand new as well. So hopefully you're ready to pick up some good information, some exciting things that will help you to be able to not only build your personal production, but also the production of your team as well. One thing that I would like to touch base on is we have got a couple of things that we have released recently that have absolutely shown a tremendous impact for the positive, and I'm going to go through that in this call as we get going. Okay, for those of you that may be brand new with Worth Unlimited, we just want to go through and touch on, occasionally we do have, independent agents that call up and ask, I'm not quite sure where to go to be able to access my back office or to get into my tools and all of the different resources that are available. And so we just wanted to go through and touch on at the corporate site at www.worthunlimited.com. You can go through and simply click, as you see on the screen, click on Agents Login, and then the welcome letter that you received when you signed up as an agent would have your username and password on there. So if you've never been in the agent back office, we encourage you to log in with the username and password that was provided on your welcome letter and just kind of stroll around back there and take a look at what the tools are. Again, as time goes on and as development takes place and things are completed more and more as a part of our soft launch, you will see new tools and new resources appear in the agent back office. So if you've already been back there, we encourage you to continually get in there and see what the new tools and resources are available to you. Okay, one thing that we wanted to touch on real quick is the new replicated opportunity site. If you have not seen this yet, we feel like you are going to be very positively surprised at this new tool. We went through and unveiled this about a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, for independent agents. This site, what I want to do now is I want to go through and just show you a real quick tour of the site. For those of you that have seen this before, this will be just a little bit of repeat, but there's also a new piece that's been added onto the site as well. So if you can, please do not go to the replicated site while I'm on the call. Just let me kind of go through it with you. And then, once the call is through, you'll have time to go through and check it out. We encourage you to go through and check it out. So if you can, I'm going to go through and just give you a quick little tour of the site, let you see what some of its features are, and then we'll go to the next point.
Would you like to earn more income? Would you like to work from the convenience of your own home, in your spare time, part-time, or even full-time? Well, in as little as 15 minutes per day, you could earn as much or more than a full-time job, and you don't have to quit your regular job. You don't have to make sales, have any past experience, or even leave your home. A breakthrough in the field of personal finance has enabled everyday people across the U.S. to cash in on a life-changing program called the Worth Account. To learn more about this life-changing program, click on the program video below. To learn more about the work-from-home opportunity, click on the opportunity video below.
Okay, so each time that you open this site, what we call the talking head, we'll call her Mary. Mary, the talking head, goes through and automatically plays to give the person that's logging into your replicated opportunity site those instructions on what to do next. As she went through and said, go through and click on the program video. And the program video, if you haven't seen it already, is a very, very well done video that helps your prospective recruit to be able to get a sense of what the program is and what some of its capabilities are. And then she instructs, as you heard, for them to click on the opportunity video. Now, this opportunity video is a video that we did not launch this with 2 weeks ago. It's actually a video that has just been completed and loaded as of today. So when you have a few free minutes, go through and take a look at that. Give us your feedback. Let us know what you think. But just to kind of give you a full tour of the site here, when your prospective agent goes through and clicks on the program video, if you haven't seen this video before...
History has been altered and defined through huge advancements in technology.
Okay, we're not going to go through and play the whole video tonight. We just wanted to go through and, kind of give you the full effect, after the talking head has gone through and given her instructions, click on the program video, and then after that, go through and click on the opportunity video.
Thank you for taking a look at Worth Unlimited and what we believe is the most exciting, lucrative opportunity on the market today. There are several different reasons people are excited to come on with Worth Unlimited and why they're seeing such phenomenal success. The first reason is our product. I hope you've had a chance to look at the...
Okay, so we won't go through, and just in the interest of time that we have available tonight, we won't go through and play all of the videos, but the bottom line reason why this site has been created is in order for you to very easily and very simply go through and help to get the word out to people that you're wanting to build and add to your team in a very professional, very clear and concise manner. So far, the feedback that we've gotten has been absolutely phenomenal, but even more than the feedback, we have been seeing a significant increase in the number of new agent signups. Through also, that's what I'm going to lead into in just a minute. You can go through and sign up your team members right from your replicated site. Now, the question is, some people ask, well, how do I get to my replicated site? How do I get to my replicated recruiting site? Well, if you take a look, well, you might have a little bit of a hard time seeing where I'm highlighting. But your replicated site address, your URL, is simply www.worthunlimited.com / and then your agent ID number. Now, I can tell you, I just had someone motioning to me from our IT department. It does look like right now the videos, for some reason, are loading just a little bit slowly and playing a little bit slowly. So that's something that they are working on. They're going to get that, get it up to speed, functioning the way that it should be. I'm not sure what the issue is there. It's just a temporary thing, but just want to give you a heads up. We do know about that. That will be fixed shortly. But anyway, so as far as the site is concerned, again, you can go through each one of these videos, the information, the testimonials. There's over 1,000 testimonials on this site, but it is specifically engineered to be able to get the most important information possible, at least in the beginning, to your prospective new agents so that they can make a decision and you can start a discussion with them and answer any questions that they have. Then, once they have said, yeah, let's do this, I want to get involved, you simply go through and click on Start Now, which is at the top of the screen, and you can go through and sign up your agent right from your replicated site. You'll notice that you can go through, type in their name, all of the needed information for them to get rolling and get going, and then all of the terms and conditions, all that information is preloaded in the site so that all they have to do is go through and read it, and then type in their name, and click on Sign and Submit, and then they will be signed up under you, because under your URL, by having that extension of your agent ID number on there, it's automatically assigned to you everything that takes place. So as an example, one of the leaders in the company has okayed us to go through and show this, Keith Duncan. You'll notice his name is here on the form. Also, his sponsor ID, his agent ID is here on the form. And once they go through, they fill out all the information that's needed and click on Sign and Submit. They are on your team. They're good to go. They're ready to go. And we have seen a rush of new agents signing up with this site. So those of you that are already out there utilizing this site, we want to tell you thank you and job well done and going ahead and getting started with that. And it's just really an exciting addition to the tools and the resources that are available during our soft launch phase. So what I'm going to do is, for those of you that have not already tried to go through and do this on a smartphone device, we have set this system up. We've engineered the opportunity site intentionally so that if you send the link, in other words, your URL, the www.worthunlimited.com / and then your agent ID number, you can actually send that out in a text to somebody that has a smartphone, and if they simply click on that link, then it will pull up your replicated opportunity site right on their smartphone, on their iPad, on any smart device that they have, and it will automatically go through and start, from the instructional video to the program video and then the opportunity video. It will go through and guide them right from their smartphone, right from their iPad. And then again, right from their smartphone or from their iPad, they can click on Start Now, and they can sign up right from their smartphone or right from your smartphone. So if you wanted to pull up your replicated opportunity site on your smartphone while you're standing there talking to your friend, you can click on the Start Now feature right there and go ahead and get them signed up as you're talking to them. So this is pretty exciting, but as you can see on the screen, hopefully you can see that on your screen. You simply go through and send out just kind of an introductory text, just kind of introducing them, saying, "Hey Bob," type in something like, "Hey Bob, you've got to check out this company that I've been working with. They're doing phenomenal things for people." You don't have to spell phenomenal. You can put great. And then simply include your URL, your www.worthunlimited.com / and then your agent ID number. There's no spaces or anything like that, okay? So when you hit send and that goes to their iPhone, then when they click on that link that came through as a text, I'm sorry, not iPhone, their smartphone, when they click on that link, then as you can see on the right-hand side, your replicated recruiting site will come up and they can get going right from there. So we're pretty excited about that. And again, as we were saying, the URL is already loaded. You can go through, try it out anytime. If you're already signed up as an independent agent, just simply type in your independent agent number, and you'll be able to take it for a tour and see how you like it. Now, again, the agent application, as it goes through and shows, sorry, here, just one second. As it shows on the screen, you can go through and type in all of their information to get going, and it's just, an easy on-the-go resource for you to really be able to talk to people, get them interested, get them engaged, and get them signed on. Also, we're really excited to let you know we have got, if you are available to be on next week's training call, we've got another tool with more resources coming out. I'm not going to go into it on this call, but next Thursday, if you can be on next Thursday's call, we're going to go through and show you something that we think will be absolutely phenomenal in you being able to build your business, being able to build new leads, new clientele for the Worth account, and to be able to build your business. So, again, if you can, plan on being on next week's call Thursday at 6 p.m., and we will be going over that. Okay, I am going to turn just a little bit of time over to Mr. Don Jorgensen. He's going to be touching on some exciting progress that's been taking place in the company and around the country. So without any delay, turn the time over to Don.
All right. Hey, thanks, Skylar. Man, hey, these guys are fun to work with. It's fun to be back with things that's going on here. So I'm totally jazzed about it, and we are having some fun. All right, hey, let's talk about events. This is something that's really working out really, really well. Jason Brown and myself, we're flying into different cities, helping you build your teams and doing different events across the country. And the events are posted. Now, you do not have to log in. If you just go to the homepage of worthunlimited.com, and then you click on the events tab, and it will pull up the date of where we're going to be, what cities, the hotels, where we're having the different meetings and all that kind of stuff. And so that way you don't have to log in. So anybody that goes to Worth Unlimited can see where those events are, and they're welcome to attend. Here's where we're going to be. December 5th, I'm going to be in San Diego, and on December 6th, I'll be in Buena Park, which, Buena Park, a lot of people, if you're on the East Coast or different places, might not. That's kind of the Orange County, LA area. It's kind of Southern California. So if you've got anybody that you know that are in those areas, you want to try to get them down to that meeting. I'm going to be in Greensboro, North Carolina on the 11th of December, and I'll be in Atlanta on the 12th of December, and Jason Brown is going to be in Las Vegas on the 12th of December. And then I'll be in Orlando, Florida on the 13th of December. So you want to try to drive as many people there as you can. These are working out really, really well. The response we're getting back has been phenomenal. Everybody that attends, man, everybody's getting lit up. They love it. They're signing up. We're getting a ton of new business. Our phones are starting to ring off the hook with the analysis hotline and that, so it's working really, really well. Now, if you want us to come out and do an event, we're basically booked up through the end of this year. But starting January, the first week of January, we want to start booking more events. So if you can put together at least 25 people, guaranteed. Now, in order to get 25 there, you've got to invite, 50 to 75 people in order to get 25 to actually show up. And we're kind of saying, hey, if you don't get 25, you're going to pay for our airfare and our hotel. But that way you'll get 25. So, but you can email either Jay Brown at Worth Unlimited or Dawn at Worth Unlimited, and we'll be more than happy to get the meeting scheduled in that area. We just need your help with, you might know where meeting rooms are, hotels that would be a good place to hold the seminars. And most of those will be at 7 o'clock in the evening. You can invite people to those. So they're working out really, really well. So make sure you get people to those. And what I'd like to do now is bring on Jason Brown, and he's going to go over a little more training with you.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Don. We flashed the name up on the screen. Before I get into, guys, I'm getting ready to show you a new tool, and that's what's cool about this soft launch phase is once we start developing these tools and these resources to help you become more successful, and we're kind of trying to release them, one at a time where you can get accustomed to using them and taking advantage of the benefits that come with each tool. And so I'm going to go over a new exciting tool that we've already posted in the back office. Actually, it's just an upgrade to an already existing tool. But before we do that, a good friend of mine who I've had the opportunity of knowing for about 4 years now, and is Eddie Ibarra. And he's out in Southern California, San Diego area. And look, this guy is a stud. Eddie has a background in financial planning and insurance and has just been very successful in his career. And as soon as you meet Eddie, you understand how passionate he is about our product and helping people get out of debt. And so when Eddie saw our marketing plan and how the agent doesn't have to sell but refer people in, man, he jumped all over it. And just in the past few days, Eddie's signed up agents turning in referrals, and he's already starting to make a mark across the country from where he's out in Southern California. So what I did is I called Eddie about an hour before the call, and I said, hey, would you mind getting on the call tonight and just give your perspective on what we're doing as a company, talk about how you're building your business and things that are working, and he agreed to do so. So, Eddie, are you there? Can you hear me? We've got you unmuted, Eddie. Are you there? Can you hear me? Well, maybe the unmute does not work through GoToMeeting. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll kind of go ahead and, says he's unmuted here. Okay, well, guys, I'm really sorry. If Eddie doesn't chime in here in a few minutes, then we'll come back to him. But I'll go ahead and talk about this new back office tool. And if Eddie comes online and starts talking, then we'll take a few minutes and listen to what he has to say. And I really apologize for that. So, but guys, this is already posted in your back office. And I'm telling you, John Washenko is, like, if you know anything about him, I mean, he is an Excel spreadsheet guru and just genius on this thing. And he's taken our comp plan, and guys, he's put together the most easy to understand, the way to take our comp plan and plug it into numbers. And so there's a few cool things you can look at. First of all, if you want to run the numbers based on monthly sales, you can do it this way, or come right up here, click on monthly sales. There's a drop-down menu, and if you'd rather do it by referrals, it'll switch over to referrals. So if you said, okay, if I was going to refer this many people in a week, and the home office was closing this many, so if we were referring one person a day or 5 a week, and the home office was closing 1 out of 3, here's what my check would be, $6,200. And it'll tell you where you would fall on the personal sales tier, okay? So let's do this. Let's go back to monthly sales. What I want to do first of all, though, is I want to go over the tiered personal sales income. Okay, and I know you can't hardly see this. It's a little better when you're looking at it on your own screen. But guys, from $0 to $6,000 in monthly sales volume, you make 15% commission. All right? Anything over from $6,000 to $12,000, you make 20%. From $12,000 to $18,000, you make 25%. And $18,000 and up, you make 30%. And so the software will automatically calculate where you would be on this scale. Now, the way it's set up right now is the average deal, because our average deal in-house is about $3,100. But John's actually getting ready to throw a new window on here where you can type in the average size sale. Because look, you might be focusing on a different market, maybe that doesn't have mortgages, and so your average deal might be a little smaller, and you can go in here and change that. But right now, our average deal is about $3,100. So if you close one sale, that's $3,100 in volume. That's a 15% income. You make $465. Guys, I want to tell you a real cool story that just happened. Yesterday, I did a presentation, a closing presentation. You know, I do some of the overflow coachings. And the agent that we did I'll bet you that's Eddie. Eddie, are you there? Okay, so we did a presentation yesterday. She bought the program. She's a realtor out of Kansas City. Loved it, bought the program, has a mortgage. Everything's going to be paid off in about 6.5 years. She signed up as an agent yesterday. By that afternoon, had already sent over her first referral, who had the appointment today, and bought the program paid in full. So, guys, with this model, it is so amazing that somebody can come on, buy the program their first day, love what they see, sign up as an agent, by that afternoon, refer someone in who gets their analysis run yesterday evening, sets up their coaching appointment for today, and buys the program paid in full. Her commission on that deal is roughly $500. Oh, man, she is so excited for her first 24 hours in the business. And by the way, not only did she get the commission, she got her agent sign-up fee of $149 refunded. Guys, so that deal is actually going to yield her back about $650 with one sale. Now, if we do 2 sales, and each one of them is $3,100, that would put us in the next tier up of the $6,000 to $12,000. And I love how John has automatically calculated this to shade in where you fall on the compensation plan. So look, we've had 2 sales that's going to put us in at this level. We make $620 per sale. Now keep in mind, this is the average deal being $3,100. It might be more than that. It might be a little less. By the way, that $620 goes retro on the first sale too. So Remember the first deal we got paid $465? Well, since we hit this second tier, that's going to bump that first sale up to $620 as well. So even though we did 2 sales, our paycheck is $1240. Now, again, if we typed in 3 sales, look, we stayed in the same tier. Yeah, we made $1860, but we didn't have enough volume to jump to the next level. But our 4th sale would kick us into the next tier up of $12,000 to $18,000. We're now getting paid 25% commission or $775, even on the first 3 as well. So we would actually make $3,100. Guys, here's what's ironic. And look, sometimes fate just smiles down on you. What is our average sales price again? $3,100. So if somebody buys our program, they can simply refer 4 people over that buy the program within a month, and their program is essentially free. In fact, they would actually make more than that because in the first 60 days, you get an extra 5% fast start bonus. But look, isn't that cool that this is a way somebody can literally have their program for free, purchase the product, and within a month refer 4 people over who buy the program. And then the next tier up, guys, is $18,000 and up. Now watch, if we did 5 sales at $3,000 each or $3,100 each, yeah, we made $3,800, but it wasn't quite enough to kick us into that top tier. So hopefully you guys understand how this tier works. As soon as we made that 6th sale of $3,100, that puts us over to the $18,000 threshold for the month. Guys, that's barely over a sale a week. We're making 30% or $5,580 just on personal sales. Okay. Now, another thing that is awesome is John's put in the annual income up here. Look, guys, there's not a whole heck of a lot of opportunities that you can take a look at that allow you to make full-time income starting day 1. Guys, and again, even if you're starting to do this in your spare time and starting out part-time, but just because you're doing something part-time doesn't mean it has to be part-time income. Okay, you can come in here and within your first 24 hours knock out a deal and make $500, $600, $700 bucks. So again, let's drop this back down, and I'm going to go over the team overrides and exactly how that works. What I want to show you too was when John, man, he was like a kid in a candy store when he showed me this thing. And it was, Jason, you can't believe how easy it is to make $100,000 a year with our compensation plan and our marketing model. And he whipped this thing out and he plugged in a couple numbers, and all of a sudden we were at $8,300 a month or $100,000 a year. And I'm going to show you how he did that. So let's just go back down and say, hey, we're only going to be able to do 1 sale every other week. All right, so 2 sales in a month. Now, guys, if you had any questions as far as how we get promoted, it's all in here now. So here's all the positions with the company. To go from agent to supervisor, it tells you, just put your cursor there and it tells you exactly what you have to do to get that promotion. You have to have $4,000 in team volume. Now that's cumulative. It doesn't have to be in a month. However long it takes you to get $4,000, and have 1 personal activation. So in other words, have 1 personal sale and then have $4,000 of volume. Now, guys, could you do all $4,000 yourself? Sure you could. But if you recruit 2 or 3 agents and they turn in a deal or 2 and you have 1 personal sale, you're going to get promoted to supervisor. And again, keep in mind the average deal is $3,100. So really 1 or 2 deals is going to put you into the supervisor position. The next position up is director. To reach the director position, it is a total of 2 personal activations. So in other words, you have to have 1 more to get to director, and your total team volume has to be 12,000. Now, guys, your personal sales count towards that 12,000. I know that's one question that would for sure come up. So again, to get to director, you're probably looking at about 4 to 5 sales to hit that volume. It doesn't have to be in any time frame, and 2 of those sales actually have to be made by you. To go to the next level, managing director, a team volume 28,000. So again, you may be looking at about 9 deals, maybe 10 deals to get to managing director. You have to have made 2 more sales, personal sales, to get to managing director. So now you have had a total of 4 sales personally and a total volume of 28,000 cumulative. not in a month. Okay, the next position up, which is really kind of the first, what we consider management position, is executive director. To reach that, you have to have $60,000 of total volume. So that's roughly about 20 sales in your organization. And you have to have had 8 personal sales. Guys, 8 personal activations and about 20 sales in your team, and you're at the executive director level. And so what we're going to do is we're going to come back over here to the override, because if you can see down below, I know it's kind of shaded in, but you can actually see what the percentages are at each level and how much you make. Now, what's cool is as I type in the agents and the numbers, it's automatically going to show me where I would be promoted up to. So, guys, if we had 5 agents in our organization, and let's say each person is just doing 2 sales in a month, we don't have anybody going out and doing 2 referrals a day like some people are. We're just saying we're going to have to close 2 sales in a month. Look at that. That automatically would bump me up to the position of managing director. So I closed 2 sales myself. I had 5 agents who each closed 2. I automatically had enough volume to shoot all the way up to managing director. Guys, you don't have to hit each spot. Look, you might be here one month and have enough volume to shoot you all the way up to managing director the very next month. And we make a 6% override, which is $1,488, and I'm only making 2 sales, so again, I'm at $2,700. And that might even be my second month in the business. Now, of these 5 people, of course, they're going to recruit people. You can't help but not tell people about this product. But let's say not all of them go out and blow it up and get 1 or 2. Let's just say we have 8 people on the second level. So each one of those people get 1, and 3 of them get 2. So that means we have 8 people on the second level. We'll say that we're still at 2 sales per rep per month. Our income shoots up to almost $70,000 a year. Again, we have 13 people total in our organization, and we don't even have anybody on our 3rd level yet. But here's what's really exciting is we have enough volume now to hit the executive director position. Guys, we've just got it to the point where with some production, dedicate yourself, you can zip through this comp plan and the money's there. So John has it broke down how much you're making on each level. He also has it automatically bold in which level's making you the most money and where you're at. Now, one thing that's pretty cool, as soon as you hit the executive director level, do you see this bottom 2%? So we get paid 6%, 4%, 2% on our 3 levels, but group volume override, you pick up 2% on your entire organization, as deep as it goes, guys, as deep as it goes. So that really turns your first 3 levels into 8, 6, and 4, and then you get 2% on the entire rest of your organization. So we hit the executive director. We don't even have anybody on our 3rd level, but let's say we jump in there, and gosh, let's say we don't even double our numbers again, but we have about 14 people on our 3rd level, each doing 2. Guys, take a look at that income. We're at $8,300 a month, or $100,000 a year. And it's just by a few people doing a little bit of effort on a monthly basis. So if you look, we have the group override here. In other words, the 2% yielded us $2,678 in income. And then it shows how much we made on each level. Now, guys, again, some of these might be finance deals. Always keep that in mind when you're running these numbers here. You're still going to get paid the full commission on each deal, but some of it might get paid out over time if the deal was financed. Okay, so I always want you to remember that. Now, if you're anything like me, when you look at this, wow, this starts to get exciting, but let's look at the upper management levels. So we hit executive director. We got $60,000 of volume. We've had 8 personal sales. Guess what our focus shifts to now? We're going to become a machine of cranking out other executive directors in our organization. That is all your focus turns to, is helping other people succeed. Guys, a person that mentored many, many thousands, if not millions of people passed away a couple days ago, Zig Ziglar. And one of the quotes he's famous for is saying, look, to become successful, you help other people become successful. And that's what we're doing from this point forward. Once you hit executive director, all you have to do is crank out other executive directors. So to become a managing executive, when you help two people become executive directors, you receive the promotion to managing executive. And here's what's exciting. So let's say we get 2 executive directors underneath us. And we'll say that in each one of their branches, they've got 10 people doing 3 sales, just to throw some numbers on here. And again, guys, you can come in here and play with this as much as you want. We got the promotion to managing executive. But here's what's exciting. Remember the 2% that we were getting on our entire organization? Well, check this out. It just turned into 4. All right, that 4%. Now, why this is still bolded in? Because we still get the 6, 4, and 2 on our first 3 levels, but now we're getting a 4% override on everyone in our entire organization. And just by rolling out 2 new executive directors. So the guys, and of course now we're knocking on that door at $200,000 a year. To go to senior managing executive, you promote 5 people to the executive director position. There's no time frame in this. The next level, to go to managing executive director, 8. So you have 8 legs. Now these have to be front level. They don't have to be direct recruited, but meaning if you recruited me and I became an executive director underneath you, even if I was 2 or 3 levels down, but somebody underneath me became an executive director, that doesn't count as another one for you. It has to be another leg, okay? So it has to be separate legs. Now, of course, we start to pay you on those levels of executive directors as well. But then to hit partner, you have 12 different legs that have an executive director in there. And guys, once you get in that rhythm of pumping out executive directors, it gets exciting, and it forces you to keep working and helping other people succeed. Now, John did come in here and cap the income at $350,000. And why did he do that? Because, guys, we're not in the practice of throwing out numbers and expectations to people that maybe aren't realistic. We do not cap your income. And there will be several of you on this call that are going to come on. And so we do that as a company as well. But guys, this is such an exciting tool. And by the way, another thing is, I showed you how it automatically will promote you up through here. If you want, you can say, well, here I am. I'm already a director. So you can hit this drop-down menu. All you do is click. Get that out. All you do is click right in this box right here, and there's a drop-down menu. And then you can, instead of having it automatically promote you, you can tell it where you're at. And say I'm already a executive director, and this is what my team did. It'll tell you what your check would be for that month. All right, so guys, again, this is such a cool tool. Hopefully you guys are excited about it. I know this is something I'm going to spend hours and hours playing with and throwing in the numbers, seeing what's the fastest way to make the kind of money that I would want to make as an agent. So, well, guys, listen, we're going to turn the time. We sure appreciate you getting on the call tonight. I'm going to turn the time over to our CEO, Spence Clausen, and he's going to end the call with just a couple things that he's been wanting to express to the field. And, it sure is a pleasure to work with Spence and the other founders here. And we just want you to know how much we appreciate y'all. You're all coming into Eddie, from what I understand, is Eddie is on the call. Mr. Ybarra, are you there? Eddie, are you there? Man, this is just not working, I guess, guys. Anyway, somebody poked their head in and said, hey, Eddie's on the call. He's ready. But anyway, well, Spence, I'm going to go ahead and turn the time over to you. Guys, we appreciate your hard work through the holidays. Keep it up. This is a great recruiting time because you're around friends and family. There's a ton of feedback, but it sounds like Eddie's probably trying to get on. Anyway, Spence, are you there?
I am. Jason.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
And Eddie, I know you're trying to get on. We're sorry that it hasn't worked tonight. We'll try to schedule you for next week, and we'll figure out what your computer problems are. So, I just want to finish up this evening, and I just think this has been a tremendous call. We've had some great information coming from Skylar and Don and from Jason just now, and really, I can't tell you how much fun it is to work with these guys and on a regular basis as we try and really help you build your worth businesses. And you've received some great information. Jason and Don are going out and visiting with you at various locations throughout the country, which gives you really a strong personal touch point with the corporate office to help you build your businesses. And we're excited about that. And we just think it's going to be a great opportunity in your local environment to really kind of jumpstart your business, bring people in with people from the corporate office to help you do and support the message of Worth Unlimited. And the only thing I want to finish off with this evening is just as we think about all these tools and the visits that are coming out there and the income calculator, we want to remind you of the importance of the Worth account. We can't emphasize enough the importance of being able to manage debt in the lives of the families across America. We've gone through this recession, and we see certain areas of coming back and coming out of it. I saw a report earlier this week about California being excited about recovering a little bit in their housing market. And what a great thing. But I hope we don't lose sight of the losses that have happened in the last number of years by people who have gotten in over their heads in debt. And at any point in time, something happens in life. Job losses happen or stock market crashes. And if we have a message to your customers, it is that they need to plan for any contingency in their life. And the way they do that is by getting out of debt, so that when something happens negative, they have the ability and cushion to have a paid-off home. And what a blessing that is going to be in their lives. And so we hope that you get the passion, not only of the income opportunity and the excitement of being in the Worth agent and being part of that family with us, but each day you are excited about helping somebody get out of debt, because that's really where we're going to make the difference. When individuals are getting control of their financial futures and really empowering their own individual worth and helping them get out of debt on a regular basis. So we encourage you to get that excitement. We encourage you to get your own analysis run. If you haven't yet done that, please call the analysis department here at the corporate office. Get them to run your numbers. It's going to be an empowering revelation to you about how your debts can be paid off sooner with the discretionary income that is available to you to really change your life. And we know that you'll be highly successful. We're doing everything we can on our side to help empower that, and we're showing that through the call today. And we just encourage you to get on the program yourself so that when you talk to other people, they'll be able to say, how is it working for you? And you're going to be able to give them your own story and your own testimony about how it is being successful for you. Well, thank you again for joining us this evening. We're grateful that you've been able to spend about 45 minutes with us this evening. We have these calls every week on Wednesday night and Thursday night. Wednesday night at 6 o'clock is our opportunity call, and on Thursday night is our training call. And we have great information to be sharing with you each week. As it is mentioned on the call, during this period of time, we're releasing new tools and resources regularly to help you be successful. And so we encourage you to do so, and certainly what a great time of year. We hope you have a great holidays, but we look forward to joining you again next week on Wednesday and Thursday nights. And thanks again for joining us, and have a great evening.